Yes, you love it up. We've got a day in the life today. We're going to run through a day in the life of an eBay reseller, which is what I am. We're going to go through exactly what sort of thing I get up to. So it's currently just gone 9 o'clock and I'm obviously in the van about to head up to the shop where I work. So it's my shop. It's a vintage clothing shop. Really cool. I will obviously show you around and go through what that sort of side of the business is. So there's two sides of my business. There's the clothing and there's the eBay side of things. I've got a couple methods, sort of tricks, sort of marketing strategy things that I want to just give a go in the shop. And they involve these little like blackboards. I'll show you exactly what it is when I get out the shop. But yeah, I'm pretty excited to give it a go. Doing a bit of research, trying to just grow the shop out, trying to get little tricks that I can sort of use in the shops, trying to get more sales and all this sort of stuff. So I'm going to go through what I'm going to do with that when we get out there. And then we've obviously got to sort out eBay side of things. So that's enough of me blabbering on. Let's get up the shop. Let's get cracking. Let's have it. Right, so we made it up the shop and we've got the goods. By goods, I mean sweeties. We've also got these bad boys. I'll put one together and show you what they are. There you go. Nothing crazy, just little mini blackboards. So the plan is, let me turn this around. We'll put it here. A bit better with the lighting. Yeah, so the plan is basically we got a little bowl somewhere. Let me grab it. Little bowl, nicked from home. Don't tell mother because she won't be happy. Bag of sweets from Aldi, of course. Put them babies in there like that. Looks lovely. Would have gone for like chocolates or something like that, but it had to be something in a wrapper because what I'm going to do with them is put them on the side in the shop. Get the little sign, right, please help yourself. And the point of that is, apparently there was research done. Apparently if you go into posh stores, I'm not one for going in posh stores, mainly because I don't have the casheroonies. But yeah, apparently if you go into like Louis Vuitton or whatever, they offer you like a bottle of water. And the reason for that, the reason, as you walk in the door, apparently there's bottles of still and sparkling water. Now the reason for that is basically psychology. If you're given something, you're more likely to want to give back and give him like, and by that they mean buy something, right? So if you walk into a shop and they've given you a bottle of water, you feel somewhat obliged to give them something back. So, which is obviously a little bit cheeky, a little bit seems a little bit shifty, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? That is what marketing is at the end of the day. It's psychological, and apparently it does help. So there was research done on it, and apparently it's something like 50% increase in chance of buying, so something like that. Can't remember the exact statistics, but I'm going to give it a go. Cost me £2.50 for a massive bag, and there's like hundreds of sweets. So if you work out of what a sweet costs, it's like 2p or something like that. So there's nothing, cost nothing to do it. The signs I already had, so yeah, it's a no-brainer. Now that's not where the fun ends. We're going to keep the signs. We've got more than one, obviously, and I'm going to write. They're a bit small. Should be able to get it on there. I'm going to write on them something like fancy 10% off. Share your new outfit on your social media. Now, some people aren't going to do it because they're going to have like thousands of followers that come in the store. Some people just do have like loads of followers and it won't be worth their while. But for the people that do, it's free 10% off for them. All they have to do is send a picture to their story on Instagram or Facebook or whatever of what they've just bought in the shop. And they get 10% off, which is pretty good. And to do that, for the average bear, 10% off is a no-brainer, right? People love money off, and for us, it's great exposure for the brand. If every customer comes in and they share what they've got onto their social media for the sake of 10% off, let's say the average sale price of something here is around £20, which it kind of is. That's £2, right? £2 off, not a lot to us. It does bring our margin down a little bit, but if you think about the exposure that will bring, sharing it on their story, the extra eyes it brings to our brand is probably worth it in the long run. Let's say 10 people come in, so it's cost us £20 to get on 10 people's story. The chances that one person who sees all those stories won't come in and spend £20 is pretty slim. So I think it's a good little, we're going to try it basically. We're going to give it a go. Worst case scenario, it doesn't really work and we've wasted a little bit of time doing it, but you know what I mean, it's trial and error. Maybe it works, maybe it doesn't, but time will tell. The only trouble with the first method that I went through with these sweets is I've got to resist eating them. I am going to eat one, but only one. I'm going to eat it now. But yeah, that is going to be a trouble. I've got a whole bag of sweets. I have to try not to eat them. Wish me luck. So we've just finished up on our little labels, and those sweets are dangerous, so I'm gonna have to hide them because I've just had 3. Shit. But yeah, we've done our labels, we've done 1 for the sweets and done 2 for the 10% off deal. So I'm gonna flip the camera around and show you what we've done. So this is the sweets, pretty self-explanatory. Help yourself, nice little bowl of sweets. This was a little bonus one. You can never have too many socks on our little sock pile there. And then we've got a couple ones there. There you go, fancy 10% off. Share your new outfit on social media, just on the little shelf on the side. And then on our main counter area, we put it just here. I think this is the best place for it in terms of where the counter is. Obviously, excuse all mess, that will be tidied before we open, but yeah, fancy 10% off, blah, 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 same as the last one. I can't imagine everyone doing it, to be honest with you, but if like half the people do it or 25% of the people do it, it's just that extra exposure for us, that free marketing. Well, not free, but you know, we're not having to pay for it then. It's, yeah, it's just a good way of getting the name out there. It's a little bit personal. It's coming from somebody knows, if that sort of makes sense. So it's not coming from us directly, which is a great way to go about it, in my opinion. That way it's a little bit more authentic when you see it on someone else's story. When they always see it from us, or it's a paid ad, or it's a signpost, it seems a little bit corporate, a little bit like a little bit forced, a little bit, you know, unauthentic. Whereas when it's on your best mate's story, you might pay attention a little bit more. So hopefully it works. Hopefully it converts a couple more sales. Even if it's 1 sale a month, 1 sale a week, it might not even be, we might not even be able to track it down to that much. But just if some people are taking up on the deal, I'm happy with that. I'll see the follower count will slowly start going up as well due to the extra exposure. So we'll see, we'll find out. But yeah, just excited to give it a go. And obviously the sweets one as well. I'm interested to see how many people just come in, grab a handful of sweets, just take the fucking lot and run. It would be quite funny. I don't really care if they do that, fair enough. I'll probably do the same. I'll probably be cheeky and do a couple laps and get a couple handfuls of sweets. But yeah, it is what it is. I can't blame people, but we're gonna give it a go. Hopefully it helps convert a couple more sales. Of course, the shop is not the only side of the business we've got to worry about today. If you pull back our curtain in our changing room, it exposes this mess. Look at the state of this. This is where the magic happens. This is where the big bucks are made. Yeah, well, this is where the main bulk of the business is, to be fair, is in out the back. As you can see, we've got a massive eBay set up. This is all storage for eBay stock, as are these boxes and the rail and the boxes in behind. eBay is the main side of our business, to be honest with you. It brings in most of the revenue, so this is where I focus most of my time. To be honest, when the shop's open, I'm out the back listing stuff on eBay or packaging stuff and getting stuff ready to be shipped. Because like I say, that is the main bulk of our business, is the online side. As you can imagine, online is where it's at. Everybody knows this. The internet is where it's at. Everybody's online, right? So yeah, most of the time is spent out here listing or packaging or whatever it might be. And today will be no different. We've got some orders going out, not a massive amount. We've had loads recently. I've got a couple packaged already out the back there. You can see they're ready to go by the door. The bottom one is a toolbox and the other one is a Nerf gun. I'll pop them up on screen, pop them here for you guys. Nothing crazy, nothing massive sales. The toolbox I picked up on Facebook. I picked up 3 toolboxes, DeWalt empty toolboxes for £10, and they're selling for about £10 each. So it was a nice little flip from Facebook, and the Nerf gun is again from Facebook, I believe. It only went for like a £5 or something like that, so nothing crazy, but yeah, we'll take it. But now I'm going to go grab myself a coffee and a little bite to eat before we open the shop, and then I'm going to come out here and crack on with some listings. So the reason why there's not many orders going out is because I've started shipping orders every day. Now I just watched a John Luke video. If you don't know who it is, go check him out. He's an absolute legend. He's absolutely smashing it at the minute. So yeah, what he said is he started, he used to ship Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Now he ships every day. And he said his sales skyrocketed, which I completely agree with. I think the quicker you can get your orders out, the better. If you think you're competing with Amazon, really, that is the main sort of competitor of eBay. It's Amazon. Of the whole internet, really, is Amazon, let's be honest. Everybody uses it, and you know, when you order something, they ship it, they get it to you as quick as possible. So if you're up against them, you have to compete, and the only way we can compete as resellers is just getting our items out as quickly as possible. Now obviously we can't offer next day shipping on every parcel because it would cost too much, but you know, one thing we can control is how quickly we dispatch those items. So I highly recommend to any resellers, definitely ship your items the same day or next day dispatch. Right, so just finished up the snack, quick coffee as well, just to give me a bit of beans. And now I want to go through another little method I've been doing just to keep myself on track. A little bit of time management method that I find really useful and wanted to share just because it has helped me over the last sort of week, 2 weeks, just to really crack on and get on with some work really. Because the main thing with being self-employed is you have nobody holding you accountable, and this method has sort of done that for me. It's sort of given me a boss for the last sort of 2 weeks, because when you don't have a boss, it's really easy just to slack off, because obviously there's no one there to give you bollocking. So this, in a weird way, has sort of been my boss for the last week, and it's kind of worked. So let me show you what it is. So what it is I'll write down the time. So this say I got in at 10 o'clock, write down 10 o'clock, package sold items, and then I was still packaging sold items until around 11:30, 12 o'clock. So, and when it's done, I then tick the box. So I'll do a little box at the end and tick it. The reason for the box is basically when you tick off the box, it releases dopamine and all the rest of it, and a sense of achievement and all the rest of it. And it makes it a little bit more funner and gives you that sense of pride when you actually complete a task. So I've been doing that all day. Basically, I'll just bang it out every hour. I usually do it every hour, do a task for the hour. Yeah, so I'll do that for every hour of the day. I'll literally go through, so say I get in at 10 to 11, 11 to 12, 12 to 1, all the way down till I leave. And that way I know and I can track exactly what I've been up to. And I can see if I've wasted any time. Now, I'm not gonna write down that I've wasted time, even though I should, but you probably will tend not to, just because you'll feel bad about that. But you'll know inside, and like you'll know inside yourself that you've been wasting time. Say you say I would do 10 listings on eBay in the next hour. If you know you've only done 5 because you're watching TikTok for half an hour of that, then you know you've gone wrong. In that case, obviously you wouldn't tick the box, and it comes down on your record. Like you can see, look back, and you can see that you didn't complete that task, which is great. Keeps you accountable, and it really allows you to sort of keep track of what you get up to, and saves you wasting a lot of time. I'll literally do it for everything. I'll literally write down everything I do. So I've literally got on here, eat food for half an hour. I've literally got lunch. I've got have a coffee. I've literally got everything I do written down to the minute, so I know that I'm not wasting time, that I'm not fooling around. I give myself time. I give myself a break. That's fine. You're allowed a break. I'm not saying don't take a break. I'm just saying make sure you know where you're allocating your time. Another great thing to do would be write down the list of things you need to get done that day and prioritize them. So do a list of 5 things that need to get done. One being the most important thing, and obviously start with that one. It might be the most daunting one, but the trouble is if you tick off all the easy jobs first, you never get the important stuff done. So that's a nice little tip. Get the important stuff done first, because that is obviously what needs to be done. So obviously I've just started today, so it's 10:30 now. So open the shop, do an Instagram post for the shop, and clean OB, which means out the back. And then that should be 11 o'clock. By 11 o'clock comes, I'll start listing. List 6 auctions and 4 buy it nows by 12 o'clock. And I'll make sure when I open the shop, do my first jobs, which is open the shop, Instagram, and clean out the back. As soon as that gets done and it's 11 o'clock, I'll make sure to come back out here and tick that box. It's really important to tick the boxes. And then at 12 o'clock, I'll come back out and I'll reassess what needs to be done, and then I'll write it in the next slot and get on with it. So just spent a little bit of time listing up some stuff, and it's all been stored away in our boxes. Pretty good system. We've got a SKU system. They're all labeled up on the other side with letters A, B, C, D all the way up. And yeah, so I know exactly where to find stuff. That is how I SKU stuff, and I SKU clothes slightly differently. So you can see the labels here. They're all labeled up, individually numbered, and we're up to 1,000 now. So another great system. How to find clothes quickly as well. Highly recommend finding a SKU system. But now we're done with the listing, we're going to move on to some packaging. We've only got 4 or 5 items going out today, and I'll show you what they are right now. So these are 4 of the orders. We've got 1 more, I'll grab that in a sec. But we've got a bundle of Paw Patrol cars. I'll put what that sold up for on the screen now. 2 shirts, I won't get them out, I'll pop them up on screen as well, just here. And then we've got a Nike bag. Picked this up at a car boot sale a couple of weeks ago for a couple of quid, and I believe it sold for a tenner, so that's quite nice. And we've got this bad boy, which is a handmade deadlift jack. Pretty cool. I actually make these myself. They are made out of a bit of plywood, and they are used whilst you're weightlifting. If you deadlift or do anything that requires a barbell on the floor, you can use this to lift the weight up a little bit, just to make it easier to unload and unload load and unload. I'll pop a picture up on screen of what it is, what it looks like in action. But yeah, pretty cool because I make them myself and I get about 20 quid per one, so pretty happy with that. My last order is that Nerf gun in that bottom box. Wish me luck. We got it. Now it's time to package it up. All packaged up. Now it's lunchtime. Just finished up lunch. Now I'm going to take some time to list up some of this electrical stuff I picked up. Just loads of like plugs and extension leads and all the rest of it. It's nothing groundbreaking. I just got it in a bundle that I picked up off of Facebook. It's a fair bit of money's worth once it's all listed. It's just one of those jobs that needs to be done. So I'm going to crack on with that. Should take about 20-30 minutes to lift all back. It should be able to sell similar on other listings, so it shouldn't take long. But anyway, let's crack on with it. Right, it's about 5 o'clock. I'm going to nip to the gym, get a gym session in, and then post off some parcels, and then I'm going to come back to the shop. That should be around 7:30, 8 o'clock, and I'm just going to have a tidy up and a little sort out of the stock. So we got all of this being sorted out, sort of, and we got loads out the back as well that I want to sort of get sorted out and put into piles of what's sellable, what's not, and just go through it and do a bit of overtime just to get ahead and sort out what's going on, because it's a bit of a mess in here at the minute. I need to sort out what's what. But for now, I'm going to go to the gym and I'll see you on the other side. And we're back at the shop. It's now just gone 7, so a couple of hours have passed. We've been to the gym. Good workout, thanks for asking. But yeah, we're back and I'm going to just sort out some of the stock, have a little whip around, do a few bits and bobs, and then head home. Only going to be up here for about an hour and then crack on home. So the plan is to sort out this sort of mess. What I mean by sorting out is just sort of the stuff that's most important to get sort of posted first. So because there's a lot of stuff here that is worth listing, but just not before a lot of other stuff. So I want to prioritize stuff. I want to get stuff organized in a sense, just so I know what's what. And I'm going to smash it out and just for the next hour or so, just tidy up, get all my ducks in order, as it were. But yeah, let's get cracking because I want to get home and get some dinner in me. That is me pretty much done for today. I've tidied up a little bit. It's sort of organised. I haven't done out the back. I don't want to bang around too much because it is getting late and there is neighbours. So I am going to nip home now. I want to thank you very much for watching. If you got this far, you're an absolute legend. Make sure to like and subscribe. And until next time, guys, take care.